Hi folks, my name is Chris Voss from the chrisvossshow.com. This is my second video in my hospice care series of our vlog. If you saw the preceding video, you will note that our dog of 16 years has developed cancerous polyps and is currently spending her last, hopefully, as much time as we can, day by day, with us. As we try to make her comfortable and make sure that she lives out the most of her days that she wants to. So I want to talk about that experience. In my prior video, I talked about how I hope people aren't quick to euthanize, and it's real important to understand what's going on with your animal. It's real important to get a good education yourself. When I'm doing this video right now, we are 8 days into Abby from her initial vet telling us that she basically had cancer and was going to be ending her years here soon, which has been very hard. I'm very blessed, I feel, because we're at 8 days. I didn't think I was going to get 24. I didn't think we were going to get 3, and now we're at a week. So let's talk about what this hospice care that we've been performing for Abby has done for the past week, if you will. So pretty much in day 2, day 1, I started looking at everything I could to help Abby with her situation, whether it was giving her pumpkin or getting her maybe stuff that would reduce her polyps, like turmeric paste, things of these natures that might help. The biggest issue is getting her to poop. And throughout the week we've been giving her stuff to poop, trying to get her to poop. Turns out the cancer cells inhibit a lot of that and cause constipation, and it's just not a matter of it pooping out the end of her, which her anal glands cancer makes it hurt and bleed. It's also inhibiting her ability or want to go to the bathroom. So those are those complications. Again, I think it's important to really understand this situation, reach out to as many different resources as you can, and realize you can provide hospice care to your dog. You don't have to put them down the first time the doctor says, oh, here's the big ugly. I can tell you it's very hard emotionally. On the second day, she was much better. Her legs, instead of being turned back to normal. Once she went to the vet expelled her left anal sac, or expressed it, I guess is the word, and also got rid of a lot of the poo she had in her system. So I came home and tried to learn everything I could. We tried to give her everything we could through her diet. I got up there with a latex glove and rubbed turmeric paste all over the back end of her. And at that point, it became very clear what the doctor had seen and felt up in there, that it was a pretty ugly situation. You can really tell that if you get up in there. I really wasn't excited to get up in there, but to me, if it's about saving my dog or being in an uncomfortable position that I don't want to be in, I'd rather be in that position. And it also helped me really understand what was going on and express to me the gravity of the situation. So I would advise that if you get in this situation with your dog, don't give up hope, but try, learn, educate yourself, do the best that you can to provide comfort to your dog. A lot of people gave me feedback, and because my biggest thing was, how do I decide when to send my dog to the gallows? I mean, I had a really hard time with it, because to me it seems like an execution. It's like, let's get in the car and drive you to your execution, and we even have an appointment for it. It seems really macabre to me. I'm not trying to be funny. It just seems really, I just can't get my head around it. Or I couldn't get my head around it at the time. I'm just like, I don't know how we do this proceeding or when I know. And so thankfully I talked with a lot of people who gave me advice on when I would know when she loses her energy, when that light in her eyes is gone. The problem for Abby is the light is still there. So she still wants to put up a fight, and she still wants to rock and roll, and she's still very much an active, normal dog, other than the back end just isn't working anymore. I've been saying, if only we could just cut off her back end and put a new one on, she'd be just fine. But that's probably not true. The cancer is clearly spread through her system, as she's got real high calcium in her blood, and she's drinking like a fish. So it probably wouldn't save her, but it really messes with your head. So on the third day, we took her to the dog park, and she pooped. Like, going to the dog park, she was so excited, and I was so happy. I even took pictures of it for our social media friends, and for about 20 minutes I was really excited. And then we went to the concrete area there to leave the dog park, between the two fences where you leash them up, and I could see that she was bleeding out her. At the time I thought her butt. Turns out it was from the cyst that was hanging out of her anal sac. So that became a whole new thing of hell. I went from hope to having hope dashed, and thinking, this is it. If she doesn't stop bleeding, we have to go to the ER, and pretty sure I know where that goes after that. Thankfully, it wasn't out of her colon, from what I can tell. After we got a chance to look up in there with a flashlight, we could see that it had come out of the polyp. So, and I didn't even know that these things can bloody bleed. So this is another point of thing where I've delved in, tried to learn as much as I can, try to learn as much as I can from the internet to really know what's going on. But the hardest part about the whole experience is your brain screws with you, and you get hopeful, and then it crashes you when something happens. So over the course of last week, we've tried different things to make her comfortable. Some days she's really happy, some other days she's lethargic. As of today, she was really, really happy, and got me kind of feeling some hope. And then I had to be reminded by the vet that she's in a cancerous situation, and it's not just a matter of cutting off maybe the polyp outside of her, et cetera, et cetera. What's inside her is really what's going on, and some of the things that I'm doing to get her to quit being constipated are going against what the cancer cells are programming, and so I'm just torturing her by making her do this. So that's the hardest balance that we've had to find, is knowing what to do, what's right for her, and getting a really strong education about everything. I mean, today I'm still reading stuff on the internet, trying to find different resources, understanding what she has, how I can make it better, what options we may have that might be out there. I'm making sure that I leave no stone unturned. It may seem like a desperate effort, but I have to try for her part. Now, given I'm not taking away and being selfish in keeping her from dying, when she gives me that notification, we'll go. But as of today, she was running around, happy to go to the dog park, fighting with her sibling, just having a good old time. Actually pretty lucid and happy. So it really is up to her. So the best recommendation I would do, get yourself as much information as you can. Realize there's hospice care out there you can provide your dog. And you do have to be ready for the ugliness. I have stuff covering the carpeted areas of my home where I have some tile, some carpet. And the areas of my carpet are covered with sheets and other things, so I can see when she's bleeding and the blood won't get into the rug. And fortunately, I'm lucky enough to be able to work from home and live my life out of my house with my business, that I can be here 24/7 and know what's going on. But you do have to be able to make that commitment that there's might be blood and there's might be other things that are going to happen that aren't going to be that exciting. But I would hope that you would look at all the years of your life and support and love and caring that your dog gave to you, and realize that giving them a little bit extra your time at the end is probably really important to them. And the fact that they rely on you so much for being a support mechanism for them, this is a very important time that you need to give to them, or I would hope that you would give to them. What you do or choose to do, I suppose, is your own business. But I would definitely highly recommend looking at providing hospice care to your animal in this situation, giving them as many days as they possibly can. Hard part is not being selfish and being able to recognize when they're in too much pain and when they're ready to go. But as long as they're eating, as long as they have that light in their eyes, and Abby's, if I say get a treat, go for it, and she jumps up and comes running. She's very happy and very agile. You could tell she's in a little bit of discomfort, and she probably doesn't feel so good, but she's still very much wanting to be here, and that's what I have to monitor and understand. So anyway, that's today's vlog, and thanks for coming by. Give us a like, subscribe to us on YouTube, and I hope this helps you if you're in our situation. Thank you.